cooking up. Now you just let them sit there and rest. We'll turn this heat down. Now we're going to throw in right here. That's what let me taste and make sure. Yeah, it's bourbon. We'll throw in my bourbon. What's going to happen? Alcohol burns off right away. All the water gets steamed off. See, this is what's fun cooking with kids, like being able to tell them that kind of stuff, like physics, right? There's 3 different forms of something, liquid, gas, and solid. And what happened? Cooked off. Now we're left with all those beautiful flavors that come with bourbon. And we'll start adding our little bit of maple. Let that all cook down. This is where you can add some pepper. I'd love to have like a nice peppery bourbon maple sauce. Move it off the pan. Turn that off now. And we just need a plate, aka plato. I'm fluent in Spanish. Necesito plato rapido now. Absolutely. What I always tell people is like, I don't have this idea of I need to open here and here and I want to do that. Like for me, I have like 2 places. I want to make sure I'm always there, because for a chef, it's not enough to just say, here's my name on it and I'll see you in 3 years when I come by for a weekend. Like I want to be there. I like to talk to people, cook for them, see them smile, you know, shake hands, whatever it is. And so that's what I would want to do. So if I did something in Florida, I would want to be where like people appreciated what I do and they're really nice and want to hang out and eat what I cook. So that's all. Chef heroes as a kid. That's a good question. I think there weren't really chefs that I knew about except like Wolfgang Puck, just because, you know, he was in the media. He was in an article. He had a book out, things like that. My fine dining growing up, like my dad was a diver. He'd go and get abalone and spiny lobsters and all these different things that you don't realize are awesome until you get a little older. But going out to dinner, like fine dining was Olive Garden, you know? Because you don't know any better. You don't know anything. And that's how my family was. And then I got a job at 17 as a dishwasher and busboy, and I'm working in the kitchen, and then you get exposed to different cookbooks because the chef had them, you know, on his shelf. And that was eye-opening, like, oh my God, you could do really cool artsy stuff. And from there, you go and work for other people, because it's kind of like dating, right? You want to like mix it up, see things, see what you really love, who inspires you, what the right fit is. You do the same thing. You're working with other chefs. There's French restaurants where it's like, redo that, it's not diced the right way, and you know, it has to be like this, and 2 dots on the plate, and a piece of parsley right here. Then you go to another restaurant where they're like, no, screw all that. Let's puree it and turn it into this, and put the herbs wherever you want. Make it look like you're walking in the garden, and it's nice and natural. And you think, okay, well, which one do I fit in most with? So, you know, I think I started finding chefs that I really respected and looked up to after, you know, I was in the kitchen for a while. So nowadays, you know, it's certain chefs like, you know, Thomas Keller, Danielle Boulud, also, you know, the everyday mom and pop cook that's down in Louisiana making stuff that their great grandma showed them. That stuff really inspires me. So, oh, that's butter. Sorry, just emulsifying it. So, what did we do? Instead of another pot of all the stuff, we cooked the scallops, took them out, added the bourbon, deglazed, and reduced everything, getting all the flavor that the scallops had, which is what? A lot of sugar and some salt water. Then threw in the maple, that's going to give a little more sweetness, black peppercorn, and then emulsified it with butter. But see, that sounds really complicated, right? But all you saw me do is pour some stuff in it and let it cook. So don't overthink it. Oh, thank you. All right. I'm going to move this back just so I have a little space. Put my plate here. All right. Take my spoon, a little bit of the puree down. It's just butternut squash and just a little bit of chicken stock. But again, you could easily do veg stock, you could do a mushroom stock, you could, you know, whatever you want it to be. I just did it with chicken stock in this case. I've got my Swiss chard here. Just gonna put some of these leaves down. Nice and natural. And if you wanted, you could take the stems, go back, slice them up paper thin, little olive oil, salt, pepper, lemon juice, and kind of make a little salad. Or you could warm up pickling spice and a little vinegar and sugar and like pickle them real fast. Utilize all that stuff. Go back, dab these guys. Put them on and around. Then grab our sauce that we did. Just kind of glaze them. A little drizzle around. We've got our oats. I'm gonna knock my plate off. Just gonna kind of spoon these. You can put this on the bottom too if you wanted, but I like to kind of just show some of the stuff that we made so that we got them in there. And that's pretty much all she wrote. Cool? Woo! And again, the most important thing, clean as you go. So I like to stack all my little stuff. I'm the guy that goes to the restaurant and orders food and then stacks all the plates up like on the table. So try to make the bus boys like me. All right, any questions, comments? Anybody want to hang out or take pictures together or chat about anything in the world? I will be right over here to do that. Cool? Thank you, everybody.